Lane Kiffin and LSU, him deciding to leave Ole Miss. Um, you know, it was to me interesting. I feel like he was so loved there, but I get it's a business, the money side. But what should the expectations be for LSU? Like, we know how good of a program this was. The Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Odell Beckham Jr., the list goes on and on. We
Right.
know how talented this program is and the players that have came out of this program. So what do you think the expectation should be for this year for Lane Kiffin when he's leading this LSU team out onto the field?
Yeah, LSU, the expectation as always is to win. You know what I'm saying? LSU, they're one of those teams that, what I'm saying, you expect them to kind of be you expect them to be winners. And with Lane Kiffin, you know what I'm saying, at Ole Miss, his total record was 55-19. I would say that's pretty winning, So I think that, he needs to keep up, that winning mentality over to LSU to kind of bring him back, in the more recent years, I guess you could say LSU hasn't been where we know LSU could be. And Lane Kiffin, like I said, I keep repeating, you gotta win. That's really it for LSU. Uh, yeah, that's all I got really. LSU needs to keep up that winning mentality that we know them for.
For sure. For sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, to me, like I said, the expectations, a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of analysts saying that they expect LSU national championship or bust. Me personally, I don't feel that way. I feel like this LSU roster, I believe there's a question at quarterback. I don't know who the set quarterback is because the quarterback last year went to the draft. He got drafted. So there's a lot of questions at quarterback. But I feel like I said, LSU hasn't been in the mix. Like, get them back competitive, get them back in the playoffs, get them back on the scene on the biggest stage. That's my thing. National championship, especially like we said, Ohio State, Texas, Georgia, Oregon, like, you know what I'm saying, Alabama, even there. So it's like I wouldn't go that far, but I'd say let's make the playoffs. Let's show improvement. Like I said, the LSU bar has been low for the ever since like Joe Burrow, because even Jaden Daniels, like they weren't a playoff team. I mean, they would have made the team if it was 12, but like they weren't a playoff team at that time. So yeah, I just say improvement. Lane show improvement, and I feel like if he shows improvement, gets them to the college football playoffs, I think LSU fans should be satisfied with that season, and they should be happy with him going into the next season for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I agree. I
For
think
sure.